Hello, everyone. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for Field of Dreams Baseball Part 2 today. This is our second broadcast today. We are going to finish up the month of July, and we are going to play one game, sim up to the trade deadline. And at the end of today, I will post the file so everybody can take a look at their teams up to date. And at that time, we will have until noontime Eastern on Friday, a full 24 hours, to evaluate our teams and make whatever final trades that will be necessary. And those will be the end of the trading for the Field of Dreams League. We'll play August and September, and then we'll get into the playoffs, which is the most exciting time of the year for Field of Dreams baseball. Anyway, without any further ado, let's go back down and take a look at the up-to-date standings we left you with when we finished this afternoon's broadcast. Liverpool in first place in the Earth Division by 4.5 games over Berlin. Chico's over Lehigh by a game and a half. 3 games in the loss column. That's where all the difference is. They both have 57 wins for the season. Canada 9.5 above Lancaster, 8 games ahead in the loss column. And Hadley Lake battling Mid-Michigan and Tampa Bay, 3.5 games against ahead of Mid-Michigan and 5 games ahead of Tampa Bay, but only 3 games in the loss column. So everybody's in it. It's going to be a fun final 2 months of the season. And without any further ado, let's go to the schedule and start simming the games till we get to the game we're going to play. It is the 25th of July. We have 7 more games to play, 7 more days. Will Toole stops by. Howdy, Will. Nice to see you. Looking forward to chatting with you at the end of the game. First game up on the schedule today to sim is the first game of a doubleheader. Chico's at Long Island. Chico's is not having a very good month of July, and hopefully they can turn it around here in the final week. They are going to have to do it in another game because Long Island upsets Chico's 4-2. Wagner the winner, Schneider the loser. Game 2, Berlin at Cleveland. Berlin also loses. They're chasing Liverpool. They lose to Cleveland 2-1. Altruck the winner, Peterson the loser. D-Gens at Hagerstown. Hagerstown has fallen to 8 games back. However, they still have a shot, and they defeat D-Gens 3-2, lever over Papelbon in 11 innings. Buckshot's here. Nice to see you, Buckshot. Hope you're doing well. We miss you here broadcasting and can't wait to get you back on the air so we can listen to your great voice. Mid-Michigan and Tampa Bay fighting for Hadley Lake's spot on top of their division. And Tampa Bay squeezes by Mid-Michigan 4-3. Johnson in 11 innings over Beck. Bonds 2 for 5, his 25th home run of the year. Canada at Edmonton. When last checking in with Canada, I believe they're on a 16-game winning streak. It's now 17 games. Marshall over Kuzman. They defeat Edmonton 4-2. Chicago at Florence. Chicago 6-3. Hands the winner. Lolich the loser. Lehigh and Liverpool. Lehigh 1 game behind Chico's. Liverpool 5 games up on Berlin. I would say this is an important game for Lehigh, and they lose 6-3. Liverpool defeats them. Matheson against Matheson's the winner, Lanier the loser. Jackie Jensen hit home run number 10. Dallas at T-ville. T-ville upsets Dallas 10-4. Pennock the winner. Cy Young the loser, now 9-15. Hadley Lake at St. Pete. Hadley Lake 6-3 winners. Plank over Jenkins. Rudy York, his 35th home run of the season, Hadley Lake now 4.5 games up. Amazing at Lancaster. Lancaster defeats Amazing 7-3. Their ace Cuellar is now 14-6 over Odom, 10-11. Manchester at San Francisco. San Francisco defeats Manchester 5-1. Manchester with a half-game lead over Dallas for fourth place in the Earth Division. Kovaleski the winner, Musina the loser. Game number 2, Chico's and Long Island. Can't tell you how important this game is. Chico's loses. Long Island sweeps the doubleheader 3-1. Flanagan the winner. Philippe the loser. Albert Bell home run number 17. Chico's now with a 1-game lead over Lehigh in the Win Division. Cleveland at home against Berlin, game number 2. Berlin loses. They go down 8-3. White the winner. Stottlemyre the loser. Game number 2 at Hagerstown. Degens beats Hagerstown 7-5. Franco the winner. Murray the loser. Ortiz, his 21st home run of the year, as Yoko checks in. Nice to see you, Yoko. Thanks for coming by. Mid-Michigan and Tampa Bay, they're fighting to keep up with Hadley Lake. Mid-Michigan wins 11-1. Broglio over as I put my tongue back in, Blyleven. Tomey, home run number 18. Manchester, game number 2, they squeezed by San Francisco 4-3. Webb over Clemens, Manchester, a full game ahead of Dallas, now in fourth place. And I play Beatles Eternally's team, Carpathian, Vegas at Carpathian in a doubleheader, game 1. Carpathian shuts out Vegas, Candelaria over Cone. Seymour, his 27th home run, game 2. And Vegas gets a 3-1 victory and the revenge. So they split the doubleheader. Singer, 12-7 the winner. Miller, the loser. Both Cone and Singer are packing their bags, heading for Chico's. Anderson, 2 for 5 and a double. And now we're on to the 26th. A short schedule today on the 26th. Chicago at Edmonton. Edmonton squeezes by. Habian, 4-2 over Saberhagen, takes the loss, now 3-13. David's rehabilitating Saberhagen, but I think he's off to another city here at the end of the month. Amazing at Florence. Florence squeezes by. Riho over Jackson. Dallas at T-ville. Dallas defeats T-ville 8-2, and in a series, it looks like, I don't know how many games they play, but we're about to find out. Canada at Lancaster, this could make the difference whether Lancaster gets back in it or they're done for the season. David Lando comes in, and Sean, World's Worst Gamer, is in the stadium. Here's the game. 4-2, Canada over Lancaster. J.R. Richard, the winner. Messersmith now 8-8. He is the losing pitcher. 10.5 game lead now for Canada, and I would say that's going to be quite the hill to climb as we go to the 27th. Let me hit the end of the month for a second. I want to see what games we have the end of the month to play. Is there anything that's going to make a difference here? You know, I hope you don't mind. I may play a Vegas Tampa Bay game. I know Vegas is my team. I promise not to make any managerial decisions, but that'll be the last time I get to see my team play, because as of last count, 12 or 13 players are leaving the locker room at the end of the month, heading elsewhere. It will not be the same team that takes the field on August 1st. But let's see if something else develops in the meantime. Chicago at Edmonton. Edmonton defeats Chicago 6-5. Russell over Reed. Jones 4 for 4. His 14th home run for Chicago. Manchester at T-ville. T-ville upsets Manchester. Manchester now in a dead heat for 5th place in their division. Jones over Perry. Vegas at St. Pete. Vegas loses. St. Pete squeezes by Vegas 6-5. Faber the winner. Mickelson the loser. Roger Maris went 4 for 5, including 2 RBIs and a triple in a losing cause. Liverpool at Chico's, another consequential game. Chico's defeats Liverpool 1-0. Tom Seaver over Mort Cooper bench with the winning hit, his 18th home run of the year. And Chico's gets a little breather over Lehigh as we go to D-Gens. At Long Island defeats D-Gens 4-2. Nagy the winner, Lester the loser. Hornsby his 22nd home run. Amazing in Florence. Amazing defeats Florence 4-3. Christensen over Wilson. Lehigh trying to keep pace with Chico's at Hagerstown. Hagerstown defeats Lehigh 6-3. Benton the winner, Brown the loser. Henry Aaron home run number 29. And Buckshot's Chico's team now a full 2 games up in the win division. Dallas at Cleveland. Dallas 8-1 over Cleveland. Deneen over Owen. Hadley Lake at Tampa Bay. This is more important for Tampa Bay than it is for Hadley Lake. And they defeat Hadley Lake 2-0. Koufax over Waddell. Waddell doesn't usually lose. Koufax had 13 strikeouts. Let's see how many strikeouts Waddell had. Only 6. That's probably one of the lower totals I've seen for Waddell. Canada at Lancaster. Well, Canada keep their winning streak going. They do not. Lancaster defeats Canada, breaks the 17-game winning streak. Canada now only 9.5 ahead. Tommy John the winner, Newhouser the loser. Steve Garvey home run number 14. Berlin at San Francisco, 7-6. Berlin squeaks by. Guidry over May. And in the last game on the 27th, Mid-Michigan over Carpathian. Mid-Michigan keeps pace with Hadley Lake 4-2. Wainwright over Boswell. Let's go to the 28th. Let me double check. The more I think about my game, the more I don't like it. Hadley Lake, Tampa Bay, I think, is more my speed on the 29th. Or Chico's over Liverpool. Let's see what happens on the 28th, though. Anybody have any suggestions in the audience? I'd be happy to take. There's Sean. He likes Tampa Bay over Hadley Lake also. Chicago at Edmonton. 4-3 Edmonton. Russell over Upshaw. Hadley Lake at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay beats him for the second time. Ryan over Bender. 3-0. That puts Tampa Bay only 2 games back in the loss column. I think that's the direction we're going to be going in. Canada at Lancaster. Lancaster defeated Canada to break the losing streak, but now they're on the short end of a 4-1 game. Trout the winner, Hooten the loser. Lancaster back to 10.5 out. Manchester at T-ville. Manchester defeats T-ville 7-3. Whitey Ford over Mays. My Vegas team at St. Pete. And St. Pete shuts my team out. Bedard over Drysdale. Chico's at Liverpool. Once again, an important game for both teams. Chico squeaks by Liverpool on a 2-game winning streak in 12 innings. Assenmacher over Horner. Johnny Bench, once again, the star of the game, 4 for 6, 2 doubles, and a stolen base. D-Gens at Long Island. 8-4 Long Island victory. Santana over Beckett. Amazing at Florence. 7-2 Amazing. Schilling over Bryles. Schmidt, home run number 18. Lehigh trying to keep pace with Chico's at Hagerstown. Hagerstown defeats them 6-1. Parrott over Bowery. Beaumont, home run number 2. And now a 3-game lead. 4 games in the loss column for Chico's over Lehigh. Dallas at Cleveland. Dallas a 4-2 winner. Winter over Smith. Berlin at San Francisco. 8-2 Berlin. Halliday over Bagby. And Mid-Michigan trying to keep pace with both Tampa Bay and Hadley Lake at Carpathian. And they win 8-4. Verlander over Perry. Williams, his 23rd home run. Let's just stop and look for a second. Chico's 3 games up over Lehigh. Liverpool 4 games up over Berlin. 2 good races. Hagerstown only 6.5 back. Closest race is Hadley Lake, 2 games up over Mid-Michigan, 3.5 over Tampa Bay. But only 2 games separate those 3 teams in the loss column. The all-important loss column. Once you lose a game, you can't get it back. Canada with a comfortable 10.5 game lead over Lancaster. Here we go to the 29th. We will play Hadley Lake at Tampa Bay, but before we do that, Dallas is at Cleveland. Dallas a 4-3 victory. Wohlers over Altruck. Galarraga home run number 19. Yes, Buckshot, you do have 2 wins in a row. Congratulations. Whitey Ford is still in the league, and if MV's listening, I still have an open trade offer for Whitey Ford, even though I've gotten rid of his teammates Maris and Berra to Chicago, and we're going to play the Hadley Lake Tampa Bay game. Why don't I hear any sound? I don't hear sound because I don't want to yet. I've had a bad day. Not a bad day, a tiring day, not because I've had so many games to broadcast or so much work to do, but because I spent all day in the war room of my Vegas Stars team working the phones for the trades. We should have sound now. Welcome to Cleveland Stadium, where it's Hadley Lake against Tampa Bay. CC Sabathia, who was traded from my team, wasn't everybody, takes the mound for Hadley Lake. He's made 19 starts on the year, is 8-6 with an ERA of 3.44. His second start against Tampa Bay, he's 1-0 with a 1.35 ERA against them. He will be opposed by Frank Tanana for Tampa Bay. He's made 16 starts. He is 8-7, similar record, 3.05 ERA. It's his 4th start against Hadley Lake. He's 2-1 and a 3.81 ERA against them. It's 84 degrees, nice balmy evening, wind speed 5 miles per hour, out to left center field, and we have a 55% chance of rain.
Play ball.
The batting order for Hadley Lake, unquestionably, in my opinion, the number 1 player in baseball, Ty Cobb, leading off in center field. Bonds in right, batting second. Gomez at third, batting third. York at first base with 35 home runs, batting fourth. Mitchell, the DH, fifth. Veach in left, batting sixth. Kinsler at second, also passed through my team this year. Batting seventh, Kessinger at short, batting eighth. Spencer catching, batting ninth. Sabathia on the mound. For the Deluge Dodgers, Don Baylor in left, Kemp in center, Lascano in right. Ray Morgan at third. Murray Wills, 104 stolen bases in the season he was drafted. At short, Bobby Grich. At second, Mark Teixeira. At first, Benji Molina, the catcher. Frank Tanana, the pitcher. Ty Cobb steps into the batter's box, and this game is underway. Base hit, right field. He's going to go for two. He's going to slide. He's going to be safe. Double number 39 to lead off the game for Ty Cobb. Runner on second, Bobby Bonds, who also was traded to Hadley Lake by the Vegas team, steps into the batter's box. The throw to second. Cobb is safe. He gets back. Tanana sets the pitch. Bonds, long fly ball to left field. Baylor puts it away for the out. Cobb goes back. He's going to try to get to third. He is safe. Ty Cobb hooks, slides into third base away from the tag by Morgan, and he avoids the out. He is on third base. One away for Leo Gomez. Leo Gomez is hitting an even 300 in limited action, 50 at-bats. Fly ball to left. Baylor under this one. Catches it. Cobb tags, heads home. No throw. 1-0 Hadley Lake. Steve Tower checks in after further review. Everybody needs to check in with Steve Tower. He has some of the best YouTube videos that are produced today. He does a great job, and I check in every time I get a chance. Tanana will face York now with 2 away, a run in. Base hit in the right field, something York doesn't do too often. As you will see, York has 80 hits this year. 35 of them are home runs. 46 of his 80 hits are for extra bases. He's only batting .219, but when you have 35 home runs and 82 RBIs in July, you can bat .219. Kevin Mitchell facing Tanana. Goes down swinging. The inning, top half of the inning is over. Hadley Lake 1, Deluge Dodgers coming to bat. Here we go. CC Sabathia, for some reason, does not have a picture. Like always, I have to find it, which we will do right here. And in deference to the fact that I hate the Yankees, we are going to put him in there in a Milwaukee Brewers cap, because that is the season we drafted him from. There's his face. He's going to face Sixto Lezcano, 224 on the season. The pitch by Sabathia, he struck him out. 1 down. Matt Kemp hitting 253 on the season. Sabathia throws. He pops it up in the infield. Kessinger waiting for it to come down just on the outfield grass. They got him for the out, 2 up, 2 down. And Mark Teixeira, 280 hitter, only 2 home runs this season in 143 at-bats. That's a tiny bit under what he's done in real life, I would think. He hit 30 home runs in the season he was drafted from in 500 at-bats. So I think his power numbers are down here in Field of Dreams. However, he now is going to line out to Gomez at third. The inning is over. We go to the top of the second. Hadley Lake leads 1-0. Top of the second inning, Veach, Kinsler, and Kessinger to face Tanana. The pitch. Line drive. Lezcano off his shoe tops, gets it before it hits the ground. Sixto Lezcano with great play number 18. And I know I've said it before. I don't know if I've got some new listeners here, but The difference between great plays and poor plays makes a big difference in team defense in action PC baseball. Kinsler, right back to the mound. Tanana to Teixeira. 2 up, 2 down. And Don Kessinger, slick fielding shortstop, hitting .234. He will pop it up in a foul territory. Teixeira's chasing it towards the stands. And it is just out of Teixeira's reach. Didn't make the stands, but didn't get in his glove either. We're going to do this again. Bounding ball to Morgan at third, across the diamond for the out. Top half of the second's gone, and we go to the bottom half. 1-0 Hadley Lake. Sabathia on the mound. Baylor, Gritch, and Morgan 2 up. Don Baylor was injured in his last game, but he was only out for that one game. He's hitting .244 on the season. He's going to be hitting a little higher as that one's going to hit the fence. Baylor's rounding second, going to third. Here comes the throw. He slides. He is safe with his 4th triple of the year. That is one more triple than he had in twice as many at-bats in the real season he was drafted from. Bobby Gritch. Gritch, the second baseman, .240 on the season. Nobody out. Tying run at third. Sabathia sets. Here's the pitch. He struck him out. Ray Morgan coming to the plate. In limited action, he's batting .373. Sabathia throws. He walks him. Morgan at first, a threat to steal. Runners on first and third. Maury Wills hitting .222. Sabathia throws. There goes the runner. There's the throw to second. He is safe with his first stolen base of the year. Maury Wills has an opportunity to put his team ahead with a base hit. Let's see what happens. Sabathia pitches. Bounding ball to Kinsler. Run will score. Wills is out on the only play Kinsler had was to first base. Game all tied. And Ken Harrelson, the DH. Harrelson was drafted, came from a team in 1969. Next year, if he's carried over in the Field of Dreams League, will be 1968. That would have been the best season he had in Major League Baseball, and he had that for the Boston Red Sox. Sabathia throws. He struck him out. 3rd strikeout of the game. We go to the top of the 3rd inning, all tied at 1. Spencer, the catcher, followed by the top of the order, Cobb and Bonds due up to face Tanana. Wills up with it to Teixeira. Spencer gets down pretty good to first base, but not in time for the out. Ty Cobb, 1 for 1. Cobb is batting .368. That ball's going to be into the stands. A long strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That ball's down the line into the corner. Cobb's rounding first. He's going for 2. Lascano digs it out of the corner, gets the ball in. Here comes the throw. The slide by Cobb, and he is safe, his 40th double of the season. 2 for 2, 2 doubles today. Bobby Bonds. Bonds fly deep to left his last time out. Tanana throws. He goes down swinging. Tanana gets his second victim. 2 away. Cobb in scoring position. Leo Gomez. Gomez 50 at-bats. Batting an even .300. He flied to deep left his last time out. This ball is way down the line. Baylor's going to put it away just in front of the wall for the out. We head to the bottom of the third, and we're tied at 1. In the bottom of the third, Molina followed by the top of the order, Lascano and Kemp to face CC Sabathia. The pitch, strikeout number 4. Lascano, 0 for 1. Fly left, Veach under it. He's 0 for 2. Matt Kemp steps into the right side of the batter's box, a .252 hitter. Ground ball to York. He's going to take it himself to the bag. He's out. Quick 1-2-3 inning. Go to the top of the fourth. 1-all. Top of the fourth inning. York, Mitchell, and Veach to face Tanana. Tanana once pitched to the Red Sox. Seems like everybody plays for the Red Sox. Kemp to left. Baylor puts it away, 1 down. Kevin Mitchell, 249. Tanana throws. Morgan up with it. Cross the diamond to Teixeira for the out as Mitchell lunges for the bag. However, it is not in time. 2 up, 2 down. Bobby Veach, 294. Fly to right, Lascano under it. Easy 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. This game moving right along, and we're all tied at 1. I want to take this opportunity here at the midway point of our season to thank Big Clue and Steve Tate for all the work they do for us. Big Clue keeps track of the trades, keeps track of the players, keeps track of the rosters. He keeps track of everything when Steve Tate makes sure that the program is running properly and everything is up to date and all the computer files that we need to play this game are intact and accurate. Teixeira coming to the plate, followed by Baylor and Gritch. Sabathia throws. Little nubber on the ground is short. Kessinger to first for the out. Teixeira doesn't run very fast, and he wasn't going to get there and beat that one out. Don Baylor, however, runs faster. Here's Sabathia's pitch, and that ball's hitting the left field for a base hit. Baylor doesn't have to run too fast. That was a poor play on Leo Gomez. That indicates he should have gotten that had he been a better fielder. He is a 4-rated third baseman. As you all know, the range ratings range from 1 to 4, 0 to 4. I mean 0 to 9 and 10. 9 and 10 being the top. Baylor still second. 10 being the best. 9 is really good. 4 is slightly below average. Average generally is 5 in this game. However, in Field of Dreams, I believe the average is a little higher. If you're a 6-rated fielder, you're probably a league average fielder. Here we go. Stolen base number 16 as I get my bearings for Bobby Gritch, 0 for 1. Runner on second. Here's the throw, trying to pick Baylor off. Not in time. Pitch to Gritch, fly ball deep into right field, but Bonds is going to have it for the out. 1 down. Baylor at second. Ray Morgan. In limited at-bats, he's hitting .373. And he's going to walk. And I'm going to take a drink of water. Tampa Bay has runners on first and second. 2 away, however. Maury Wills, known for speed, not power. Here's Sabathia's pitch. That ball is hitting the center field. Cobb is going to not catch it. That's going to be over his head. He misjudged that ball. It hit the center field wall. And Murray Wills, with his speed, goes into third with a triple. That was a misjudged fly ball by Cobb in center field. And it is now a 3-1 Deluge Dodgers lead over Hadley Lake. That fooled the announcer. That's me. I thought Cobb was going to take it, but he didn't. Ken Harrelson 0 for 1. That ball's smacked in the left field for a base hit. Wills will score 4-1 game. And all of a sudden, a tight 1-1 game is broken open a little bit. Benji Molina 0 for 1 today. And he hits a base hit. Tampa Bay sent Harrison to third. Safe chance 93%. Throw to third, out chance 7%. Why do I have that on? I don't know. We don't usually get that. Must be a setting I have to do in my game. But those were easy questions to answer. Runners on first and third. Ken Harrelson on third. Molina on first. Sisto Lescano 0 for 2. He struck out and flied out deep to left center field. And Hook Stoss is coming in to pitch, as 4 runs is all that he's going to be allowed. Doss 15 games this season, 6-7 for a record 4.45 ERA. Here's the pitch to Lescano, fly to center field. Cobb under it, doesn't misjudge this one. To end the inning, we go to the top of the fifth, 4-1 Tampa Bay. Aaron Reed comes by. Aaron, twice in one day, thank you very much. Your attendance is greatly appreciated at my games. And there's Sean giving his critique of the trades. Sean is the Field of Dreams trade analyzer. Given the opportunity, Sean will analyze every trade made by every team. Okay, here we go. Kinsler, Kessinger, Spencer, the bottom third of Hadley Lake's order to face Frank Tanana. Kinsler 0 for 1. Strikes out, catcher drops the ball, throws to first for the out. Third strikeout for Tanana. Molina gets the assist. Teixeira the putout. Don Kessinger 0 for 1. Foul ball to the left side. We're doing this one more time. Strikeout number 4 for Tanana as Tubby Spencer. I love those nicknames for those days. Tubby, I wonder why he was called Tubby. You think he was fat? 256 on the season. The pitch. Morgan picks up the bounding ball, throws to Teixeira to end the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom of the inning, 4-1 Deluge Dodgers. I don't think you'd get away with calling a player Tubby and then putting it on his baseball card in the year 2024. Kemp, the number 2 batter for Tampa Bay, followed by Teixeira, cleanup hitter Baylor, to face Hook Stoss. 0 for 2 Kemp is today. He is now going to be 0 for 3 as Gomez throws him out by about 10 feet. 1 down, Teixeira also 0 for 2. Doss's pitch. First strikeout for Doss. 2 up, 2 down, bottom of the 6th. Don Baylor, 2 for 2 today. Don Baylor's tripled and lined a single his last time up. Doss pitches. That ball's in a right field for a base hit. And Don Baylor, 3 for 3 on the day. Having a great day. He's raised his average to 250. Baylor at first. Gritch coming up. Gritch 0 for 2. There goes Baylor. There's the throw down to second. He is caught stealing. The inning is over. Go to top of the 6th for 1 Tampa Bay. Top of the 6th inning, Cobb, Bonds, and Gomez. Excuse me, Cobb is 2 for 2. He's doubled twice. I don't even have to look. That looks like a bunt. Teixeira fields it cleanly, throws him out, 1 down. And as the screen tells me, it's a bunt. Bonds 0 for 2. Base hit in the right field. Bonds on first. And I can tell you from having him on my team, he's not going to be there long. He's going to take off on the first opportunity as Leo Gomez 0 for 1 steps into the batter's box. Not only do I know it, but the manager for the other team knows it along with Frank Tanana. The pitch. Fly ball deep in the left field, but Baylor is going to put that one away for the out. 2 down. Bonds still at first. Rudy York with his 35 home runs steps into the batter's box, throw to first. Bonds gets back. The pitch. Fly ball deep down the left field line. Baylor puts it away just in front of the fence in left field. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. 4-1 Tampa Bay lead. Okay, we got to get that off the screen. Bottom of the inning, Gritch, Morgan, and Wills to face Hook Stouse. Gritch 0 for 2. 0 for 3. Someone is injured, and he is Bobby Gritch. He's out for the game. Based on his durability rating, he'll either be out for the game or some number longer than that. A 10 is the best number. You're usually out only for that game or maybe the next one. If you're down around 6, 7, or 8, you'll be out for a while. Morgan grounds to short. Kessinger scoops the ball up to York for the out. Quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th for Maury Wills. Wills bunts. Barehanded Gomez throws to first. Wills is going to be out. We head to the top of the 7th, 4-1, Tampa Bay. Here we go. Mitchell, Veach, and Kinsler to face Tanana's been in there the whole game. He's up to 83 pitches. He's got a ways to go. Mitchell hits a base hit. He's going for 2. He slides. He's safe. Double number 5 for Kevin Mitchell, the DH for Hadley Lake. Veach steps in, hitting .293. He's a good hitter. Tanana throws. That one's popped up in the infield. That's a major league pop-up, and Wills will put it away for the out. 1 down, runner on second. If they can score him, they can cut this lead in half, 4-2. Kinsler taps his bat on home plate. Tanana throws. Base hit in the right field. Lascano's got it. He's up with it. He's going to throw to the cutoff man. Playing it conservative, Mitchell holds at third, still 4-1. However, runners on first and third, and 1 out for Don Kessinger. Kessinger's a slick fielder, but he is a light hitting shortstop. There's a pitch out. They're looking for Teixeira to go. Fly ball to center. Kemp moving in on it. He's got it. Mitchell is not going to tag. That's a web jab of some kind. Let me see what it says. Kessinger swings, hits a shallow fly ball to left center field. Kemp coming in. He dives and hauls it in. Mitchell holds at third. Well, that's the description of great play number 26. A web gem, not only a great play, it is a web gem. 2 outs. Tubby Spencer takes the pitch from Tanana. That ball is hit right to Teixeira. He will only have to step on the bag. We go to the bottom of the 7th. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, Tampa Bay has a 4-1 lead over Hadley Lake. Harrelson, Molina in the top of the order due up against Hookstoss. Fly ball to left, Veach under it. There seems to be a lot of fly balls, not much power going to the outfield today. Molina swings. Fly ball to left. Veach backs up. Okay, so there's a little power, but not enough. As the top of the order, Sisto Lescano comes in, batting .222. Pops it up behind the plate. Is it going to be in the stands? It is going to be in the stands. We get to do this one more time. Whoops. Hit the button in the wrong spot. Goes down swinging, his 3rd strikeout of the game. We go to the top of the 8th. We still have a 4-1 score. Deluge Dodgers over the Hadley Lake Hammers. As I check the chat, there's 14 people in here for an early evening game. Thank you all for coming by. Top of the 8th inning, 4-1 Tampa Bay. Tanana will face the top of Hadley Lake's order, Cobb, Bonds, and Gomez. 2 for 2 Cobb is in the game. That's gone. I don't even have to call that one. He is now 3 for 3. That is home run, and let's see what his home run number, if that sign pops up. Home run number 16 went 329 feet, and Hadley Lake has got a run. It's now 4-2. The lead is cut in half. Bobby Bonds today is 1 for 3. That ball's hit up the middle for a base hit. He's 2 for 4. Maybe he's out of his slump. He is on first. I don't think I've ever seen him on when he did an attempt to steal as Gomez steps into the batter's box. Gomez, the 3rd baseman, hitting .288. Throw to Bonds. Throw over to try to get Bonds, I meant to say. As the cursor moved and I hit the wrong button. There we go. Ground ball to short. Wills to second for 1 to first. That ball was hit hard. That's a double play. There's now 2 outs in the inning. There's a run in. Tanana to face Rudy York. Strikeout number 5. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-2 Tampa Bay. Kemp, Teixeira, and Baylor due up. If they're going to do anything, now would be the time to do it. That is not what I had in mind. 4th strikeout for Doss. Fly to right. Bonds backing up in front of the wall, puts it away for the out. 2 up, 2 down, Don Baylor. Base hit in the right field. Baylor's now having a good game. He is 4 hits in 4 at-bats. If only he could hit today with a little power, but he's got singles. Better than making an out. Nelson. Base hit in the center. Baylor rounding second. Will he go to third? He does. Uncontested. Hadley Lake has allowed 2 of the Deluge Dodger runners to reach base here as Morgan steps in. Morgan 0 for 1. A base hit here could put it out of reach. They just tied it up, or they just came close to tying it up 4-2. Sam Crawford's going to pinch hit, and he's going to hit it to second. Kinsler to York for the out. Baylor score. No, what does Baylor do? 1-1 count. The pitch from Doss. Crawford rips a high bouncing ball to second. Fielded by Kinsley. He throws to first. He's out. We go to the top of the ninth. That's why. And we got to put a third baseman in. Lost track of the outs. Madlock comes in at third base. Tanana pitching for Tampa Bay. Up by 2 runs. Hadley Lake's last chance. They will send Mitchell Veach and Kinsler to the plate to face Tanana. Fly to left. Baylor under it. 1 down, 2 to go. Bobby Veach. Veach hitting .293. Ground ball to third. The newly installed Madlock to Teixeira for the out. We're down to the final out. Ian Kinsler, 207 for the season. He strikes him out. The game is over. Tampa Bay Deluge Dodgers defeats Hadley Lake 4-2, closes the gap in the division. 4-8-0 for the Deluge Dodgers with 5 men left on base. Hadley Lake 2-8-0, also left 5 on. We go to the box score. Hadley Lake, Cobb 3 for 4, 2 for 4 for Bonds. All the hitting was at the top of the order. Not enough to overcome Tampa Bay's 4 runs. 4 for 4 for Baylor, 2 runs scored, 2 runs batted in for Morgan. And the bottom third of the order each collected a hit. The winning pitcher, Tanana, he's now 9-7. 9 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, both of them were earned. Striking out 6, walking no one, while the losing pitcher, CC Sabathia, now 8-7, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, struck out 4, and walked 2. Let's go back to the schedule and see what we got left. As we glance down, Tampa Bay now 2.5 games behind Hadley Lake, Mid-Michigan 1.5. But if you look at that loss column, 1 game separates all 3 teams. First 2 games are done here on the 29th. Manchester at T-ville. 10-3 Manchester as the bats heat up. Hamilton the winner, Boland the loser. Boland another pitcher that spent 5 minutes on my roster. Chico's at Liverpool. Chico's shut out by Liverpool 3-0. Seacott beats Weimer. Liverpool now 4.5 up, 4 in the loss column. Chico's 2.5 up, 3 in the loss column. Vegas at St. Pete. St. Pete's been beating my team lately, and they do it again, 6-5. Fisher the winner, Gordon the loser. Frank Robinson 3 for 3 with a triple. D-Gens at Long Island. D-Gens squeaks by Long Island 4-3. Addy Joss 8-13, the winner. Pfeffer 7-7, the loser. Lehigh trying to close that gap is at Hagerstown, and they crush Hagerstown 13-3. Draybeck the winner, 9-3, and Middleton the loser, 4-2. Willie Mays hits number 32 on the season. Berlin at San Francisco. Berlin wins 5-1. Perez over Rogers. And Mid-Michigan trying to keep pace, but they don't. Carpathian beats them 4-3. Peronowski the winner. Jackson the loser. We go to the 30th of July. Let's see what happens. Chicago at Lancaster. Lancaster wins 4-2. Cuellar over Hands. Manchester at Cleveland. 8-2 Cleveland. Manchester now finds himself all alone in 5th place in the Earth Division. Canada at Florence. 8-0 winner over Florence. Alexander the winner, Lolich the loser, and Canada just continues to roll. Vegas at Tampa Bay. Vegas puts a hurting on Tampa Bay, 13-1. Cone the winner, Lincecum the loser. Pedroia, 2 home runs, number 7 on the year. He's had 6 RBIs. That is David Cone's last pitching performance for Vegas. He pitched the month of July. Chico's at Hagerstown. Hagerstown wins 4-1. Lever the winner. Sutton the loser. Sutton heads for Vegas, by the way, after that game. Chico's now 2 games up in the loss column, a game and a half up in the league. Berlin at T-ville. T-ville squeaks by 7-6. Pennock over Peterson. T-Gens at Liverpool. Liverpool 4-3 nail biter. At home, Matheson the winner, Packard the loser. 3-1 amazing victory at Edmonton. Odom the winner. Gentry the loser. Lazinski hitting home run number 10. And Mid-Michigan wanting to stay in the hunt. Loses to St. Pete 4-1. Ferguson Jenkins over Gibson. Yes, that's right. The same Ferguson Jenkins that started the year on, you'll never guess it, the Vegas Stars team. Lehigh and Long Island. Lehigh trying to get within 1 game of Chico's, and they do by defeating Long Island 7-1. Lanier the winner. Palmer the loser. Dallas at San Francisco. San Francisco 8-2. Kovaleski over Deneen, and Hadley Lake trying to stay on top of that division. Shuts out Carpathian Plank the winner. Candelaria the loser. Kinsler hit his 2nd home run of the year. And we are on to the last day of July, July 31st. I'm going to take a sip of water, and then let's go through those games. Okay, Manchester, Cleveland. Manchester trying to crawl out of 5th place and climb over Dallas in their division. They win 6-4. Musina the winner, Smith the loser. They are now tied with Dallas, who plays later in the day. Vegas at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay a 3-2 winner. You know, my record isn't that bad, but I can tell you that last season was a lot easier with Hadley Lake, Mid-Michigan, and Tampa Bay all playing around 500 ball. If you look at them now, they're all either 20 games or approaching 20 games over 500, and those games come out of somebody's pocket, and some of those games are mine. Blyleven the winner, Singer the loser. Singer off to Chico's. Sims his 11th home run. Speaking of Chico's, they're at Hagerstown and put a 15-6 beating on Hagerstown. Seaver the winner, Shupp the loser, Guerrero home run number 21. Chico's a game and a half ahead. Berlin at T-ville. Berlin 12-7 winners. Pizarro over Hernandez. Lehigh trying to keep pace with Chico's. They lose, however. Long Island beats them 4-3. Plunk the winner. Veris the loser. Murray his 14th home run. Chico's now ends July 2 games up on Lehigh, and I think they're happy to be 2 games up. The way they played in July, they could easily have been 2 games down. Chicago at Lancaster. Chicago squeaked by Lancaster. Sabenhagen with his 4th victory of the year. Messerschmitt goes to 8-9. He's under 500 for Lancaster. And Saberhagen has found his winning ways after his trade from D-Gens to Chicago. Dallas at San Francisco. San Francisco a 3-1 winner. Clemens over Maddox. Canada. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to beat Florence 5-2. Carpenter over Riho. K-Line went 3 for 4. D-Gens Liverpool. Liverpool 9-4. Cooper the winner. Doak the loser. Yoko's amazing team over Edmonton, and they get shut out. Edmonton wins 2-0. Kuzman over Jackson. Mid-Michigan once again trying to keep pace at St. Pete, but lose to St. Pete 2-1. McLaughlin over Bunning. Mondesi went 2 for 4. And the final game in July in our Field of Dreams League, Hadley Lake at Carpathian. And Carpathian defeats Hadley Lake further, closing up that division for Sarah the winner. Smoltz, the loser, Smoltz on his way to Liverpool. Tovar, 2 for 4 double, 3 stolen bases. He's on his way to Vegas. There we go. There's the month of July. Let's check a couple of things. First off, in the Earth Division, Liverpool with a comfortable 5-game lead over Berlin. Wind Division, Chico's with an uncomfortable 2-game lead over Lehigh. Canada, 11.5 games ahead of Lancaster. I think Canada can start setting their pitching rotation up for the playoffs at this point. And Hadley Lake is 2.5 games up on Tampa Bay. Mid-Michigan, 3 games back. However, they only have 1 less loss than Tampa Bay and 2 less losses than Mid-Michigan. Team batting, Hagerstown leads at 276. Canada runs per game, 5.4. Team ERA, Mid-Michigan, 2.86, the only team under 3 for team ERA. And fielding, Lancaster, fields at a 986 clip with the best fielding team in the league. I would like to thank Sean, World's Worst Gamer, for coming by. Aaron Reed's always a pleasure having you in the stands with us. Will Tools came by. David Lando, my neighbor here in the fire division. He came by. After further review, Steve Tower, thank you. I don't know if you're still here, but thanks for stopping in. Will Tool, Big Clue, Buckshot was here. Do I have everybody as I scroll up? I think I got everybody. That is it from Field of Dreams for the month of July. Happy trading, everyone. There'll be no games tomorrow. There'll be no games Friday. The trade deadline ends noon Eastern on Friday. Your manager files are all due on noon Eastern on Saturday. And I bet there's going to be a slew of games being played on Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening here on YouTube. Anyway, once again, thanks for coming by. Hope everyone has a nice evening. We look forward to talking to you over on Discord. See you all later.